Panamanian ship. Frank, when Nordberg said, "I love you," he was telling you the name of the ship.
I realize that now.
You want to take a dinghy?
No, I took care of that at the press conference.
Lieutenant?
The feeling is mutual.
Cuban?
No, Dutch-Irish. My father was from Wales.
Oh. So they were able to get him to the hospital in time?
Yes, he's in the intensive care ward at Our Lady of the Worthless Miracle.
Her hair was the color of gold in old paintings. She had a full set of curves, and the kind of legs you'd like to suck on for a day. She was giving me a look I could feel in my hip pocket.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
I've heard police work is dangerous.
It is. That's why I carry a big gun.
Aren't you afraid it might go off accidentally?
I used to have that problem.
And what did you do about it?
I just think about baseball.
How was your, meat?
You be the judge of that. I've got 9 more.
This world is such a violent place.
If it wasn't, I'd be out of a job. Same old story. Boy finds girl, boy loses girl, girl finds boy. Boy forgets girl, boy remembers girl. And girl dies in a tragic blimp accident over the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day.
Good year.
No, the worst.
I want you to know it. Practice safe sex.
So do I.
Can I interest you in a nightcap?
No, thank you. I don't wear them.
That's my policy.
Yes, well, when I see 5 weirdos dressed in togas stabbing a guy in the middle of the park in full view of 100 people, I shoot the bastards. That's my policy.
Drebin.
Frank.
You're both right. A little meeting that turned into a peekaboo session with bullets, all set up by someone who's been playing me like a violin at the annual SAPS convention. It's true what they say, cops and women don't mix. It's like eating a spoonful of Drano. Sure, it'll clean you out, but it'll leave you hollow inside. Here, you can take this back.
Whose is that?
Doesn't matter.
They can't kick you off the force, Frank. It's just not fair.
I know, Ed. Life isn't always fair. Just think the next time I shoot someone, I could be arrested. Hey, look at that. The missing evidence in the Kellner case. My God, he was innocent.
He went to the chair 2 years ago, Frank.
I couldn't believe it was her. It was like a dream. But there she was, just like I remembered her. That delicately beautiful face, and a body that could melt a cheese sandwich from across the room. And breasts that seemed to say, hey, look at these. She was the kind of woman that made you want to drop to your knees and thank God you were a man. Yeah. She reminded me of my mother, all right, no doubt about it.
Who's obsessed? Just because you backed out on the wedding 2 years ago? I'd forgotten all about it. It's ancient history, like the Democratic Party.
Frank?
He was in tears, in church, crying like a baby.
Frank, get a hold of yourself.
I had to return 13 Cuisinarts.
That's enough, Frank, really.
Kept the salad shooter, though.
He's Caucasian?
Caucasian?
Yeah, you know, a white guy. With a mustache, about 6'3".
An awfully big mustache. Lieutenant Frank Drebin, police squad, this is my Captain Ed Hockin.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes, but we need to ask you a few questions.
Do you realize that because of you, this city is being overrun by baboons?
Well, isn't that the fault of the voters?
I don't recall seeing your name on the guest list.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. I sometimes go by my maiden name.
A nice party, Hasbert. See a lot of familiar facelifts.
Do you gamble, Lieutenant?
Every time I order out.
I'd like you to consider filling a special post I'm going to create. It may mean long hours, dangerous nights, and being surrounded by some of the scummiest elements in our society.
You want me to be in your cabinet?
No. No.
I guess love is like the ozone layer. You never miss it until it's gone. Blowing away a fleeing suspect with my .44 Magnum used to be everything to me. I enjoyed it. Well, who wouldn't? What a world where Frank Jr. and all the Frank Jr.'s can sit under a shade tree, breathe the air, swim in the ocean, and go into a 7-Eleven without an interpreter. I want a world where I can eat a sea otter without getting sick. I want a world where the Democrats will put somebody up there worth voting for.
Well, maybe it's your fault.
Have you tried sexy lingerie? Some lacy underwear? A black teddy?
I've tried wearing them all. They don't work.
Oh.
Why don't you want to have a child?
Didn't I try to adopt that 18-year-old Korean girl?
Just be Jane and Frank, lovers.
We haven't had a night like that in a long time.
Not together.
Frank.
Having a baby is a big responsibility. It's like being in charge of sanitation at a Haitian jail. I'm just frightened.
Frank.
Besides, you haven't shot anybody in 6 months.
That's true. Funny how you miss the little things. Might be good to feel that cold, hard steel pressed against my thigh once again. The thrill of the chase. To be a man.
You might end up dead.
You might end up dead is my middle name.
What about Jane?
I don't know her middle name. Faster than you can say spread 'em. I was inside the cold, gray walls of Statesville Prison. I was surrounded by pimps, rapists, and murderers. It was like being in the stands at a Los Angeles Raiders game.
You're chirping awfully loud for New Canary.
Keep flashing the big eyes. Now personally balance and rotate your jaw.
Hey! You know who you talking to? The man is Rocco Dillon.
Where's your prison number?
It's unlisted.
This place here changes a man.
Oh, yeah? In what way?
I used to be white. I was a drummer for the Osmonds.
Screw with me. He'll make you feel pain like you never felt before.
I know. I remember the Osmonds. Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out. I convinced Rocco to dig a tunnel. It was either that or go out in a laundry truck. But the thought of lying in a pile of underwear, nose down, and skid marks just didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. I had a feeling she didn't care for me coming along. Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes. No phone and miles from civilization. My prospects look bleaker than a gerbil's in a bathhouse.
Slasher, have you seen my pigeon?
Pigeon? What pigeon?
I could have 2 lovers.
Kinky. But I like my sex the way I play basketball. One-on-one and with as little dribbling as possible. Now, we all know that women make the best hostages. They're smaller, easy to take along, eat less, smell nice.
You'll never get away with this. Rocco's gonna kill you, whoever you are.
Frank Drebin, police squad.
Frank, isn't that a little unusual?
Not really. It's happened to me a couple of times. Now, here's the plan.
Plan? You'll never stop Rocco. Your chances are 1 in a million.
That's still better than any state lottery.
I love you.
Wrong answer. I dropped out of the Sap of the Month Club a long time ago. Now, listen to me, Angel Drawers. You've got one last chance. And I don't mean one of those Major League Baseball Steve Howe kind of last chances. Now, where is Jane?